In three, two, and one, we are live. Welcome back. This is Gabriel with ODE, Online Digital Education. There it is. Let me go this way. There it is, Online Digital Education. It's a Facebook community of teachers that collaborate with teachers, to ascend the value ladder, to collaborate and help each other succeed using your experience, using your academic achievements, so that you too can earn six figures online. And I know what you're thinking. That's not possible. I say that because I heard that today so many times from a post that I made. And, people wanted to kick my ass just because I had a typo and because I posted, you can earn six figures online based on your experience and academic achievements. So today is episode 75. It is Thursday, January 14th. Yesterday I spoke about the mindset, the imposter syndrome. Well, today we're going to talk about why teachers fear becoming teacherpreneurs. Well, why do they fear making that transition to becoming their own digital product and, promoting some educational niche program that is so much wanted globally. It's not about where you live anymore. If you're connected to the internet, it's a global market. But, learning how to niche it down and learning the skills, and having the knowledge to do it, in a ethical way, in a high value way. Well, that's a new learning curve for a lot of teachers, and that's what we're going to talk about. So let me give you my full disclaimer, okay? This is not a get rich quick program. It's never going to be get rich quick. And if you're in a hurry to get scammed, you must go away. Get out of here. Don't be here. You got better things to do, like watching something on Netflix. Okay, I only work with, and I try to work with, high value, high integrity educators for this purpose, okay? This online business model is organic. And that means that you don't pay for ads. You actually do the hard work yourself, put some elbow into it, and you gain the knowledge and the skills to do it right. So it requires your commitment to start and grow your audience over 90 to 120 days, every day, for a shot at succeeding. So results are going to vary. They always vary, okay, due to how much work you actually model from this proven system. So I want to quote a motivational speaker that I really like, and I listen to him now more frequently. His name is Les Brown. And Les tells everybody who's listening, you were chosen to do the greater work. That means that everything that you have done in the course of your teaching experience has had a purpose, a high level impacting purpose, that's part of your greater work. But somewhere along the line, you got stymied. Somewhere along the line, you stopped growing as an educator. And this pandemic hasn't helped anybody either. We've gotten all sensitive about a lot of things like typos and like Frank Miller art, Needless to say, you have an opportunity to verify things, investigate things, get the right information. And not only that, more importantly, because it's the internet, you have an opportunity to actually talk with others, okay, and get a sense of how real they really are, okay? So if you're ready, I'm ready. So let's get started. If you have dreamt about becoming a teacherpreneur, being your own boss, have you wondered why you have not? I did. According to the Gallup poll, and this is a Gallup poll that was done recently in the last couple of years, many entrepreneurs lack the expertise or the right set of talents to succeed, which might explain in part why half of new ventures in the U.S. fail. Okay, and they fell in the first 5 years. It doesn't have to take you 5 years. It could take you 6 months to a year now to really reach your potential online. However, startups, educational startups, on a niche basis, they're essential for personal and economic growth, local community growth, Okay, so supporting prospective teacherpreneurs, you know, the 25% of Americans who thought about, about being an entrepreneur, they decided against building a business. You know, uh, that can help them, to convert interest into action. So to do so, it's crucial to understand these Americans, okay, perceive barriers to entrepreneurship. I'm an American, born and raised, New Jersey, and I've tried and failed many times, because I was attracted to the same things. I want to start my own business. I have the experience. I have an educational background. I have something that I can offer. But I never followed, or at least back then, I didn't have a model in a mentoring program or community that actually works the way it works for me right now. I'll give you an example of somebody, an educator recently that I just spoke with this week. He will remain nameless. I hope he's watching this. We talked about it. There's no smoke and mirrors. I gave him my disclaimer. I told him, look, this is not get rich quick. We all have to invest in knowledge and skills to be able to level up economically. That's usually the way it works all the time. Well, his fear of having to invest in his future as a teacherpreneur caused him to want to call this fraudulent, caused him to want to call me a scammer. He's been to my community. He's seen the interviews that I post. And I got to tell you, I didn't take offense to that, because everything that I do in my community has to be high level, has to be high value, has to be highly ethical. If not, Facebook is going to shut me down, so I'm not going to risk that. Why would I? I'm doing something that I am passionate about now, and I got through that learning curve. I invested in my knowledge and skills to be able to do this, to be able to talk to you about it. So it's a shame that the fear of transitioning from a teacher to a teacherpreneur, okay, is something that's so deep-rooted in our minds, when it really doesn't have to, when you have a community that supports you to do that. But it's not free. You have to invest along the way, okay? You have to figure out who that mentoring or coaching program that vibes with you, okay, is going to be your, let's call it, ticket, to be able to accomplish what you're looking for. But that always comes at a cost, okay? And you have to invest in your degree, in your knowledge, in your certification, whatever you are investing in to level up economically. It's always going to cost you something. But it's never going to cost you more than what you've already paid for. A bachelor's, a master's, a PhD, a doctorate, or even a Cambridge CELTA certification, which is like $2,500 right now. Because those degrees, those certifications, they won't get you six figures monthly. But being an entrepreneur will get you six figures monthly if you're patient and you nurture the content and the business that you're trying to create. So fear is the most common reason people fail, okay, to start their own educational niche business online. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, or fear of losing the steady income from their day-to-day job. I get it. Okay, if you're scared, then know you have company. I felt scared when I started last year during the pandemic. This was in August of 2020. I started by gaining knowledge and skills in my mindset. I invested $100 in a 30-day course that gave me that, knowledge and skills. But then as I continued, I had to invest more in my learning how to do it right. This is where a mentoring, a coaching, a community comes in. All right, and I pertain for that. I found value in that, so I paid for my mentoring, and I've been able to scale and grow because of that. So you have to understand that the mindset, okay, I can relate to that. Look, I come from a 16-year career in voice and data networks with the world's largest, if not, I think it's the number one world's largest, data center operator. I spent years trying to learn things like trading on Wall Street, shorting the market, binary options trading, to overcome that fear and transition into the world of entrepreneurship. Having that financial freedom to me was important. That didn't come easy, and it never happened. Okay? It just didn't happen for me. Now, I didn't give up. Even after I spent $35,000 on a real estate 3-day mastery weekend course, all right, in New York, which made me feel amazing as a solopreneur. I was going to buy and sell properties, okay, right off the internet. You know, you get on Zillow and you look for properties, you contact the owners, you make an offer, you know, you assess the property, you make an offer, cash offer, and then you work with cash buyers. Well, after a year of working it passionately, you know, my mentoring program and other circumstances, you know, did not allow me to realize that dream. So I get you, okay? There's a good reason for all these fears. Educators fail within the first 6 months of trying because they want to reinvent the wheel. So it's no wonder teachers hesitate to pursue their dreams of teacherpreneurship. Making my decision to become a full-time teacherpreneur and go all in on my educational niche was one of the hardest but most rewarding experiences of my life. If you got big ideas for an educational product, but fear is holding you back, well, here are some things, you know, that could take you past those worries, all right, to start your teacherpreneurial journey. First, work on your mindset. Look, self-doubt is one of the main reasons that fear exists in our minds at all. Okay, I recently read an amazing book, okay, called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Really amazing book by Robin S. Sharma. Okay, this is the first book that I recommend to all educators to read before you even debate that earning 6 figures online is a scam. Get your mindset right. Let me show you this book. This is an amazing book. I'm going to pop it up right now. Let me share the screen so that you can see this, because it's really, truly, I'm going to show you the cover. It's a truly amazing book. All right. So here it is. Let me put this big. A captivating story that teaches you and as it delights. Robin S. Sharma, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. A fable about fulfilling your dreams and reaching your destiny. Now that is a pretty cool cover. And I got to tell you, the story is amazing, but it's all about the mindset. You know, I had an educator today say to me, "Oh, well, you and your shamanic, you know, way of talking." Well, you know what? Having a positive mindset, using positive affirmations, you know, to shake off all the toxic comments. This is terrible. Over a typo, over a graphic art, wasn't even risque, but you know, the moral compass on these teachers who are afraid to even talk about earning 6 figures, that was truly amazing. If you want this book, I'll give you this book. I think you should read it, okay? Because it really is one of the best books you're ever going to read, all right? A lot of the teachers today said things like, "It's a scam," many will say. They will. Or, "You're a fraud." Yeah, Or, "I'm not an expert." All right, these are all common thoughts that I've heard during my journey. Although these may be true, okay, none are good enough reasons to stop, you know, to give up or hold back. And they certainly aren't reasons that you, too, will fail. You know, it just isn't. Making that effort is a good thing. If you try, congratulations, okay? A lot of people don't even try. So remember that you can always educate yourself. You got to buy this book. If I don't give it to you and you got to buy this book, it's going to cost you $10 or whatever it is, $14 online on Amazon. I don't know. The whole thing is that that's an investment on your mindset. And then you can start exploring other possibilities as to how you can. You can, not me. I already can. I know I can. I do every day. So learn as much as you can by reading books, talking with the experts, or attending webinars and classes like I did. You know, this is an investment in your future success, not mine, your success. Having somebody to collaborate that for you and with you while you're going through obstacles, now that is priceless. You know, how many of you have taken, let's say, Tony Robbins' Unleash the Beast workshop? That's extraordinary. And I tell you what, Tony kicks your ass every time. All right? Was it fraud on his part to call you out? No, it wasn't. I'm calling you out. Okay, to fix my negative mindset, I knew I needed to change my environment. I've done that. And oftentimes we tend to be our own worst critic. Okay, so changing your mindset can be one of the hardest challenges, okay, that you have to overcome. One of the biggest doubts I had before I started my own educational consultancy went something like this. No one teacher, okay, in my community will believe me. So who am I to build an educational consulting group for teacherpreneurs, let alone a successful one? I started attending digital marketing workshops like ClickFunnels, which is a 30-day digital marketing challenge. I paid $100 for that. I joined the full-time Freedom paid mentoring community, okay, and I found mentors for every type of educational niche online. They share information, they collaborate with each other, you know, they give you tips and suggestions to get past that obstacle, to shorten the learning curve. It's an investment in your future success. You know, so by surrounding myself with successful entrepreneurs, I gained the confidence I needed to overcome my self-doubt. To avoid the scariness, okay, of losing that steady income that you have, do not leave your day job. That is important. That is actually the important first step. Don't think about quitting your job. I did that. I quit my 16-year career. I invested in a 3-day, okay, real estate webinar, 35 grand, and a year later, things went really south. All right, so don't do that. Okay, your plan should include at least 90 minutes daily to pursue your new niche online. And that means building personal relationships with your avatar first. Okay, so how much should I invest? You should invest, first of all, your time, which is a good 90 minutes a day to get it started. My initial investment was $100 on a 30-day challenge. Okay, when I was still working full-time online, I faced the same dilemma. Do I have enough money for 1 year, 2 years, 3? Okay, to help that decision, I realized that the first $100 I spent, okay, for a 30-day challenge was enough to learn how to do the work organically, which means I had to do the work myself. Okay, I did not pay for ads. I actually did the work myself with the support of my community. Now, no matter how much, okay, you estimate things will cost, you'll inevitably discover that you're expected to invest in yourself as you grow and scale your educational niche. If you don't have enough savings to cover your expenses, take care of your minor immediate needs. You know, food, clothing, and shelter is always the first things you should be responsible for, your family, okay? Anything after that is after that. This is going to help reduce your stress, okay, so that you can focus on investing monies where it is needed or where it is not needed yet. Eventually, you're going to want to, like, let's say, better your Facebook profile picture. Because maybe you don't like the way you did it. Maybe it has a typo. I don't know. Okay. But the thing is, okay, you can hire someone that you can trust, let's say on Fiverr for $20. Either you seek out somebody, you vet them properly, or you get a recommendation or referral from somebody in a mentoring community that you pertain to. And you pay the $20 to that person because that's what they do, right? They do graphics and they do them great based on whatever your niche program is. You got to invest $20 to make your self profile that much better. Do it. Don't be cheap. And it's not being cheap. It's like, don't be frugal. You know, let me put it that way. I get it. Things are tight. But you know what? If that $20 investment is going to bring you 100, why not? Okay, unless you're inventing a complex educational solution that needs millions of dollars in upfront funding, these days you can test your idea at no cost on your Facebook profile. You can even do this while you're still working full time. Don't quit your day job. Okay, build a niche course and test it, okay, with real customers on Facebook. This will give you the mental validation that your idea does work, which is something you need in order to get started. You need to have this mental validation. You need to believe that you can. That's a positive affirmation. If you can't do that, you're setting yourself up for failure. And don't blame anybody for that. It's a mental thing. I began by clearly defining my problem, a problem, okay? And then deciding how to solve it. That's part of your transformation, okay? In my case, the problem was figuring out how to help teachers start, grow, and earn 6 figures using Facebook organically, using your experience, using your academic achievements organically, which means you don't pay for ads. You got to attract the people yourself. That takes 90 minutes a day, every day, until the wheels get going and until that engine starts running. But once it does, it happens. It's a magical thing. Okay, in the first iteration of my teacher to scholar, okay, because that's what I called it at first, I came up with a minimum of 5 videos. That included how to learn to optimize your Facebook profile, how to find your dream audience, how to create the framework, for your educational niche. Okay, this is where most teacherpreneurs struggle because the challenge is to trim, okay, to a minimum just about every idea that you have so that your educational niche product is fast to build, yet still useful and functional to your customers. So how driven are you to succeed? It's a question you really should ask yourself. Because if you're online, Googling or searching for, where can I get hired online as a teacher? How can I earn more money as an online teacher? Teaching English, teaching this, whatever. There are many reasons aspiring teacherpreneurs hesitate to pursue their dreams, right? But fears shouldn't be one of them. That's your superpower. When you improve your mindset, have a plan, and you validate your idea right from the start, you'll find it's much easier to conquer your fears and make your dreams of building an educational niche a reality. Is this making sense? So, if you want to learn about the educational affiliate programs, the one that I represent is ClickFunnels. You have the Rosetta Stone, which I talk about because it is true. Rosetta Stone, Babbel, Brain Sensei, Teachable. If you look them up, they offer affiliations for educators so that you can refer them to friends and colleagues or students who may need it, and they'll pay you a commission the same way. That's one way to monetize. That's actually the first way to monetize for your small projects. They pay you $100 for a referral, and you need a $20 graphic. Okay, now you got $80 pocket change. And it's a win-win for everybody. So check out some of my content at ODE Mastery. Okay, right here. Facebook community of online teachers. Okay, and reach out. Leave me a comment. Ask me a question. Read unbiased content and reviews. Okay, and compare all the programs side by side with my educational niche program. Okay, your experience and degrees are already worth 6 figures. Okay. All you need is just to learn how to monetize it online. That's it. But that's up to you. That's on the mindset. Remember, you're magnificent. Okay, we all are. All educators are magnificent. So let me know. Leave a comment. Okay, and come to the community. Visit. Say hello. Because my goal is 688,000 teachers in this year alone. Okay, so come join me. See why. I'll be happy that you did. Thank you. My name is Gabriel, ODE, Online Digital Education, Mastery Group, Facebook community of teachers that collaborate with teachers. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.